Now just, come on, admit it. You buffed up.
I did. We were going to be leaving in 2 days, and you know, I wasn't sure what I was going to do about.
I hate the cold. I hate the cold. I hate the cold.
I think dirty is just fine. Good morning, off-gridders. Welcome back to Mountain Beaches. It is a cold day today. I think we're about 17 degrees right now, and high maybe in the 20s. We have been stuck in a deep freeze for weeks now, and I gotta tell you, Kim and I are tired of it. We've got cabin fever, and we decided a few days ago that we are getting out of here. We are gonna hook up our trailer. We are gonna go off-gridding down in Arizona, and we're gonna bring you along with us. But man, oh man, getting this trailer ready to go has been a chore. Every step of the way, we've run into problems. And I'll share some of those with you here in a few minutes, but right now we got to finish packing this thing up. We're going to drive further south down to our daughter's house where it's a little bit warmer. There's about 10 degrees warmer than us to fill the water tanks, because I don't want to try filling them with 17-degree temperatures. I think maybe by the time we get to her house, it'll be at least above freezing. So that's the hope. So we're going to finish loading up this trailer and get on the road, and I'll share with you some of the problems that we've been having every step of the way. It's so cold.
Oh, my nostril hairs are freezing.
Let's get out of here.
It's beeping.
Beep, beep, beep.
One more problem.
It doesn't like the cold.
I don't like the cold. My eyes are running, my fingers are freezing. Let's go get some water and let's get out of here.
That's a plan.
We're out of practice.
We are out of practice. We are getting ready to pull out of here. We didn't do any of our checking.
Yeah.
What are we thinking?
Well, we're thinking we're trying to get out of the cold.
We're thinking cold. All right, well, let's do all our checking.
Check. Okay. Let
me pull forward a little bit, because you have to climb in the snowbank to see the taillights right now.
Okay.
All right, let's get out and both of us do our walk around, and then we'll check the lights, and
then I'll check my list.
Yes.
Okay.
Good plan. Pretty sure all the windows are closed.
They seem to be. All right.
All right, let's check lights and get out of here.
Okay. I hate the cold. I hate the cold. I hate the cold. Good, 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 and good. All right, that's enough. Oh.
All right, we're good to go.
All right,
an hour drive, and
go fill up water at Kristen's.
It'll be warmer there.
I'm gonna check my list while we're driving. Oh.
So as I said earlier, we had some problems getting ready. They weren't really problems, they were more inconveniences. And the first one was, so I knew the trailer had been sitting for months and I needed to check the tires and probably air them up. So I did that, came over and checked all the tires. Well, one of them was considerably lower pressure than the other, so I knew something was wrong immediately. But I went ahead and pressured it up to 80 pounds, all of them. And as I was taking the air compressor off of that valve stem, I could tell the valve stem was leaking. So no problem, I will just get it over to the tire store and get a new valve stem put on. So the next step is I have to raise the front of the trailer up so I can get it hooked up. Well, I went to the baggage compartment to open that up, because that's where the control is, inside of there, and the latch was broken. So then I had to find some tools and get that opened up, and you know, we were going to be leaving in 2 days, and you know, I wasn't sure what I was going to do about a broken latch. Well, I was able to get the tire in. Turns out the tire, nothing was wrong other than on the inside, these are metal valve stems, on the inside there's a washer, and that washer was put upside down. They must have a concave to them, and it was upside down, and so it wasn't sealing all the way, and so it was leaking. So that solved that problem, and I'll tell you what the solution was on the next problem in just a minute. All right, about 32 gallons, 141.57. Our tank holds 48, so we still had a ways to go, but this was the most convenient stop, and we needed a break. So let's get back on the road. So it's just telling everybody about the problem we had with the tires. With the low tire.
Oh, yes.
On the trailer. And then the problem that we had with the baggage latch being broken.
Yes.
So we had to get that resolved before we could get on the road.
Yes.
And luckily there is a company, RV Lock. They're like a few miles from our home. And so I called them up Friday morning, and they took care of us. They had one in stock that we needed, and they allowed me to just come down to their warehouse and pick it up. And they even gave me a 30% locals discount.
Yep,
so,
and they gave you the new things
oh, yeah,
that go over our lock to get inside the door.
We have the RV Lock keypad on the door, and like most people that have gotten that, the keypad
starts to crack.
It's a plastic, and it's over time it's cracked. So they gave me a new one. They actually gave me 2 new ones.
Yep.
So a replacement and a new and improved one. So that was awesome. We got that. I brought it home, and it was just a 5-minute fix.
Yeah, it was quick.
But
what else did we have wrong?
But before I got the latch replaced, we had a problem with the truck, and
oh yeah,
we're gonna get back on the road right here, and next stop I'll fill you in on that one.
I'm gonna call Norm out.
It's gonna call me out. What'd I do now?
Yes, I am. Well, we didn't fill up with water in at our house because it was like, I don't know, 12 degrees or something. So we drove an hour, a little bit over an hour away to our daughter's house where it was a little warmer. And my job in the trailer is I get the bathroom ready. So I typically will get the shower tied up, although I think you did that this time. And I put everything in the sink to make sure things aren't, you know, sloshing around. So when Norm did the water, he took everything out of the sink and ran the water to get all the antifreeze stuff out before he put new water in. I went in to use the bathroom at the truck stop here, and all of the stuff that I had put in the sink is still sitting around on the counter.
Sitting on the counter.
Yep, right where he left it. Didn't put it away. I think we're out of... Our mojo is off.
We are out of mojo. Did anything fall on the floor?
No, thankfully.
See?
Oh, what do you mean, see?
We're good.
Lucky you.
We're good.
Lucky you, something didn't go under the slide and get caught later. So
well,
now just, come on, admit it. You buffed up.
I did.
Yeah, all right.
I did. Well, it's been a few days since we last chatted. We've got a little change of scenery for you. We made it all the way down to Arizona. We're out here in the desert, and sun is shining. There's no snow. Temperatures are chilly. We're only in the mid-50s today, but gosh, back home, I think the high is going to be about 19. Lows are going to be in the negative. So we are so happy to be out of that. It was so cold, and it's just been bitter cold for weeks. So we decided to escape, hopped into our RV, and for those of you maybe that are new to the channel, that's our fifth wheel back there, and our truck over here, and we have a Grand Design 303 RLS fifth wheel, and absolutely love it. But that's not what this video is about. This video is more about the struggles that we've had in getting here. You know, anytime you pack up and you try and go somewhere and it's just freezing cold temperatures out, it's difficult. I kind of mentioned some of the problems we had. We had the tire that was a problem, the flat tire. We had a latch, baggage door latch that broke, and I couldn't get into the controls that lift the jacks. And eventually had to replace that. Just, you know, just little things, not problems, but just obstacles. And then we had a problem with the truck. And let me share that with you. We were out running errands, and I was sitting in the truck while Kim was inside the store doing some shopping. I was doing some reading, and I heard this motor noise. And I thought, well, that's weird. The truck's not on. I'm not doing anything. Maybe it was, I don't know. Maybe it was somebody next to me or something. I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to it. And then Kim came back out. And she got in the truck, closed her door, and the door ajar light was on. I thought, oh, Kim, you didn't close your door all the way. So she opened it, slammed it, and the light stayed on. I thought, well, maybe it's my door. And so I opened my door, closed it again, nothing. And I looked again, and it said, passenger door ajar. And so I went over there, opened her door. And when I got over to her side of the door, I noticed that the running boards, we have electric running boards. When you open the door, they come out. When you close the door, they go back in. Well, her door was closed, but it said door ajar, and the running boards were out. Opened her door, slammed it, nothing. And so we had a problem, and I got online to YouTube of all places and started researching, and came across somebody else that had a similar problem, and they put some, I think it's called white grease lightning, sprayed it down into the latch area. They said theirs was stuck. And so I tried that. We drove to, well, first of all, there's a setting where you can manually force that running board to close, and it did that. So I knew it wasn't the motor. We went and got the grease and the spray and sprayed some of that in there, and sure enough, that solved the problem. So that was a relatively easy fix, but it was just one after the next, after the next, after the next. And so yeah, we're just going to have a relaxing couple of weeks. Oh, next week, one of the main reasons we came here is next week is the Grand Design Quartzsite Rally. We're going to be at that, and yeah, so we'll be with a ton of people next week. This week, we're just off on our own, just the two of us, and having some fun. So I'm going to work on some projects today, so let's get those started. Before I get started on the projects, I want to show you my truck. We had, last night, it got really windy. Gusts, and the trailer was rocking, and then it started raining. It doesn't rain very often here in Quartzsite, Arizona, but look at my truck. I washed my truck before we left on this trip, and it was spotless. Look at this. Look at my windshield. I don't know if you can tell. Can you see that? I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but it is just filthy, filthy. The dust, dirt, everywhere. What I really need is my foam cannon, but that's back home. Maybe we'll find a car wash in town today. That would be nice. Need to get it cleaned up. So, lots to do, even in the desert. I thought I'd try a little bit of a test today with as filthy as my windshield is this morning. I'm expecting that my solar panels up on the roof are going to be horrendously filthy as well. So I thought, I'm not generating a ton of solar right now. I imagine they are just filthy dirty. So I'm going to do a test, see what kind of power I'm generating with them dirty. I'm going to clean them, and then we'll see again where we're at with the solar generation and see if it makes any difference at all. I tried this once before, kind of an informal test, and it didn't seem to make a big difference, but I thought I'd try it a little bit more scientifically today. Let's see what happens. All right, I'm up on the roof of our fifth wheel, and as suspected, the panels are filthy. And so I brought a bucket of water with a tiny bit of Dawn dish soap mixed in with it. And I'm going to try washing off. I've got 6 panels. I'm going to try washing them all off, getting them clean. Before we do that, we're going to take a reading on what our solar input is. It's a clear, 100% clear sky today, so the few minutes it's going to take to clean the panels shouldn't have a big impact. We'll be able to do a pretty good test. So let's see what it is. Let me show you the panels. Not sure again if you can really tell, but these are extremely dirty, and we just need to get them clean. So let me get my my phone out so we can do some readings on what we're generating right now. Make sure I am creating a shadow. So let me go up here where I'm not creating a shadow on any of the panels. All right now 712 watts of solar generated. Max capacity is 1200 watts. We have 6 200-watt panels. So let me get the bucket and start cleaning these off and see if we can get better than 712, 713. I bet we do. I hope we do. Damp rag and a dry rag. All right, that's 2 of the 6 panels. Let's see if that made any difference. Let me check my phone again. Bring up the app. We were at 712, 713 was where we were at before I cleaned these 2. And wow, we're up to 730. 729. All right, let's keep going. So it looks like cleaning the panels made the panels look good, but it didn't really make a huge difference. A minor difference going from 715-ish watts to 730, so we gained maybe 15 watts. That's not much. Not much for 6 panels that were filthy dirty, going to 6 clean panels. Every little bit helps, but I don't know if it's worth going up on top of your RV to clean your solar panels if you think they're dirty, when all I got was maybe 15 watts of increased output. So it's up to you, but for me, I think dirty is just fine.